sweeties. Okay. Has anybody else been in a weird funk lately? Like, I don't know. There's so much. It's not just there's so much you want to do and you just don't seem to be able to get to doing. Well, definitely not all of it. That tends to happen. But in such a funk, it's like you can't. You can't make anything fly no matter how hard you keep trying. But when you take downtime, then you start really just feeling worse. That's where I've been at the last couple weeks. But I've been throwing myself into projects, and this video will be, let's see, the last video of April. I've got my regular schedule all good to go, all videos edited, uploaded, scheduled. The weather is somewhat cool this morning, and as much as I have like big household chores and projects and stuff to start, I'm putting them off till tomorrow on account of yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be really nice. Hopefully. They haven't said if it's going to be windy or not yet, but I figured today would be a good day, or this morning would be a good day to sit down and do this page. I've been flipping through, trying to make things go, seeing what'll work, what won't. I have an idea for this to look something like, wait, I've got stuff, some backgroundy bits, and he can be, well, let's see. This will go down here, this will go here somewhere-ish. I don't know if that'll be too busy there now. Maybe there. Right? And he'll be flying around up here somewhere. More in the background there. And this, I don't know where we want to stick him. Somewhere I need more foliage. Well, it can go anywhere, I guess. And this fish here, something to this effect is what I'm thinking. Although I'm concerned with these two pieces both pointing the same direction. That should probably be going that way, but it's not, and I like it. And I really want it on this page. So, what I want to do is turn this old, what is it, a mall, Rolling Acres Mall in Akron, Ohio. I'm going to turn it into the backdrop for a fish tank. So this will be just a weird random fish tank type thing. Okay? That's the goal. Of course, I don't know if I want to add, let's see here. Try and get organized. I don't know what I need to add for the background. I don't know if you've seen the background imagery for fish tanks. They have all sorts of stuff that you can do with them now. But I may need to tear this some more, I think is the thing. But as far as... No, I guess we could just leave it as that. You can use any image for a background in a fish tank. I've seen some that are rainforests and whatever, which doesn't make sense for the fish, I guess, but apparently they don't mind. I don't know. So maybe what I should do is just slap some paint around randomly. Let us begin with a baby wipe, because that's how we roll. And we're not going to worry about feeling in a funk. We're not going to worry about, well, we're not going to worry about anything. That's what we're going to do. We're going to sit down and play. You know what? I'm not one for using brown very often. Nutmeg brown. Why wouldn't you just call it nutmeg? I don't know. What else do I have here? What is that one? Medium gray. Yeah, let's I'm gonna use, I've got a whole bunch of like the Pringles lids and stuff that I've been squandering. Man, that is like brand new. Ugh. Come on, paint. Medium gray. Huh. It's very melancholy, isn't it? I'm gonna do a little nutmeg. Don't know what else I want to add in there yet. I must want to lighten it up a little bit, but I don't want to use, well, no, antique white. I was going to say I don't want to use white, but this is antique white, so that's different. Okay, keep those colors aside so I know which ones I've used. Okay, I think also I need to start thinking about the top end here, so I shall grab another Pringles lid. And these are going to be all like, well no, oh wait a minute, oh wait, I'll start on this because these are going to be all like muted and stuff. So I'm sticking my finger in all the colours, right? Little of each. Wait, that side. I'll figure this out eventually. It's all backwards. Alright, and I'm just gonna throw colour down. And then we're gonna do this. And I'm not going for blended so much, it's just kind of swiped into each other. Do you know what I mean? Okay, that, what is that? Oh, that's the folk art. Yeah, those are considerably thicker than the apple, not apple bottom. God, I've got to quit doing that. Oh, apple barrel paints. Okay, yeah, I'll just cover up some of these tires and rubbish that's all floating around down here. I'm not worried about the, you know, seeing stuff in the background, especially these plants and whatnot that are, or weeds and stuff that are grown through the asphalt there. That's fine. Let's get some more brown, some more gray. How weird, these are colors I don't like ever use. Maybe I should. Oh, I'm not too worried about getting in the ditch yet. I will grab a paintbrush or something and just slap a little color in it. Now some of this is going to be covered and I'm not sure how much yet. If you don't want to use your finger, use your baby wipe or a paintbrush. It doesn't matter. No rules. Do whatever. Whatever's clever. Sandy's dreaming. Or sneezing in dreams or something. I don't know. Silly puppy. But yeah, I'm not worried about any of this building and smuts or trucks or any of that in the background. Need some more of this gray, I think, up in here. Oh. Yeah. I'm not sure why, but my book seems awfully tall today. Although it is getting quite chunky and this page is more towards the back, so it's doing a weird roll in the spine thing. Okay. So how are you guys doing on your journey? I know all my videos for the month are this book. I promise I have a huge list of projects to do for May that aren't this book. I'll still be working on this from time to time and there may be a video or two, but I have all the projects I've been putting off so far, although let's see, today's actually Friday the 6th of April, so I'm doing alright actually. Get more of this grey and brown combination in here. There we go. And if you've got it too thick somewhere, just pick it up and put it somewhere else. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. See, and I like how this side's laying, but this side, because I'm going right to left, which is not natural for me to do, so it's very awkward. So yeah, we'll kind of blend on the fly here a little bit. Okay, that is way too much. Way too much of one colour in one spot. Let me see, what have I got handy? Oh, my poor brushes are absolute nightmare. Okay, I'm just going to dry brush a little bit of this. We're going to pick up all the colours. All the colours. And get in this ditch here. I'm going to start in the ditch proper and then in the ditch and outwards. Do you know what I mean? Oh, that's pretty. Okay, more here, some of the grey. We'll blend on the fly. Okay, now I've got way more paint in my channel here than I do anywhere else. Or ditch, channel, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Alrighty. So what I'm doing now is just throwing down extra paint, and it's reasonably thick. I'll take my finger in a minute and just thin it out here and there. Let's get a little more brown. Alright. If we want more grey in that or not, I don't know. Let's set that aside for a minute and just do more of this. And again, it doesn't matter if it looks like anything or not. It just doesn't matter at this particular point in the project, because we're going to throw a bunch of collage on top of it, right? Yeah, I definitely like this one more directional. Yes. I think I do want to come back with a little more grey, which is weird. Not usually a color I use. I'm going to smush it really good. Smush, technical term. Smush it on here because it is thick. That way I don't have to try and do that on the page. Alright. I've got too much grey on my finger. Alright. Come back in here. A little extra grey. And if you're not sure where to put it, just stick it somewhere, and if you don't like it, take your baby wipe, take it off, okay? This page is pre-treated with matte medium, so paint will come right off of it. While it's all wet, you can just fiddle with it, mess around, and it'll be fine. You know what, I'm going to come all the way down, even though I plan on putting something... Where are we at here? Even though I plan on sticking that collage all the way to the bottom, this will give me the option, if I change my mind, I won't have to come back and try and make all of this work again. Okay. Way more grey at this end, I think. More brown. There we go. Stick that aside. And I'm going both left to right, and then what? Northwest to northwest to east, or southeast, maybe? Something. But yeah, sideways and then diagonally. Left to right, top to bottom. I'm going to call that done, actually. Okay. And I'm hoping we don't take too terribly long here today. Now that I've got all the pieces and kind of got an idea what I want to do, and it may change as we go, it may morph into something else, it shouldn't take too terribly long. And it doesn't have a lot of little fussy bits going, so it should be fine. I just had a thought though. I am curious to know if I want to do this like sky blue and white with clouds and whatnot, or if I want to do more of a nightscape. I'm not sure which will look better for this dude here. Oh my goodness. Let's see. See, we've got these blues too. Yeah, I think we'll just brighten this up a little bit. And actually, I don't think I'm going to use the little one. Let's see. I'm going to use something bigger. I might have to get a paper plate. Maybe. Okay, let me dust off my thing here. Okay, I should be able to use that with my palette knife, right? And you can use whatever you've got. You can use, you know, your glue down card things. Use your fingers, use paintbrush. Whatever's clever. Okay, my camera keeps moving, I don't know, the wrong direction for sure. Okay, so to this one, let's see, that's, as long as I don't lean on it, it should be fine. This one I want to do, I've got a lot of bright blues, so I want a little bit of that. I want, let's see, what do I want? What is that one? Sky blue. Okay, that looks similar to that, does it not? Right, so I want to do a little of that. And yeah, I'm going to do just a little bit of the white. But I want to layer the white through my colours here. See? My reason for doing that is I'm going to pick that up like so. Okay? Just like so. Because I want to mix and layer on the fly. I want some teal in that too, maybe. Okay. Let's see. Let me grab a piece of something random. Like my magazine here will work. Yeah, let's grab the back cover. Oh. And I'm going to stick that roughly here. It won't be exact, but it will work for the moment, which is all I need. I'm going to deal with the let's do this so you can see it. Oh, it's not quite the corner of that building. This won't be exact, and that's fine. And if paint squishes under our little mask cover here, we can fix that as well. Because baby wipes. Right? Okay, let's get this little bit of ditch as well. Because it's being a ditch. Oh, I am in a mood, you guys. I can't help it. It's been a little while now. Okay. Now I know I'm going to stick some collage over here, so I'm not too worried about this part, but okay, I want a little extra white in places. Let's see here. Not sure what I want to do with that building, so we're just gonna mob it out for now. I'll leave that tree there. Take out, and I'm not worried about making it look like sky proper, okay? It just want the colors. Okay. Shall we get all the way off the edge of the page here? A little more of the bright blue, I think. And some white right there. And I don't want it mixed so much, it's just mottled together. Okay, that bit's gonna need a little help with the finger, I think. There we go. Yeah, we'll just blot out the stuff in the background there. Doesn't matter terribly. Oh, that's why we have a baby wipe. It's fine, it's fine. Go ahead, stick your finger in it. Okay, I'm gonna take that up there and then very gently brush away from the building, right? Same on this side, brush away from the building. Oh, I think I want, well no, this is gonna be covered, isn't it? Yeah, never mind. Okay, find a clean spot of your baby wipe. And I'm going to clean up this tree a little bit. Bring it more into the foreground here. And then I'm going to take a little bit of paint with my finger and just dab it around the edge of the tree. And again, if we get, you know, too much or get it on the tree too much, then we'll just repeat the process. It's one thing I am learning. You have to keep going back over and over and over. You know, work a bit, come over here, work that bit some more. Okay, now I can see the light pole in the background, but I don't think it matters. Let's move that out of the way. You can see some of the original clouds, and yeah, I think that's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about these sharp lines so much. Doesn't matter. Okay. Before I get too ahead of myself, I want to check and see what that's going to look like on there. No, I think it's going to be just fine. Alrighty. Oh, Okay, so we set our paint out of the way. We're going to, I wonder if I should paint in some, like if it really were a fish tank, you'd have far more plants and stuff in it. So I wonder if I should paint that in or not. I don't know. Although it's going to be crazy busy with pretty big images. Okay, that's going to take a little while to dry, so I'm going to go track down some coffee, and when I come back we'll start gluing on images, I think. Gluing on our collage, and then in order to make it look like a fish tank, I'm going to have to do some, I think I want to make it look like light shining off of it, but I don't know if it'll be more cartoony or not. I am learning, well, I have decided to actually learn how to draw. And since I don't have monies in the budget for, you know, fancy new books or whatever, I had the mister go dig through the library. He has the most magnificent library. We have an entire bedroom that is all books. All books. Beautiful bookcases. All books everywhere, all sorts of books. But I had him dig through, because it's not in any particular order, at least not to my brain. And I worked in a library, so it should be just so. But it is not. So he knows how to find, if you're looking for a particular type of book, he'll know where it is. I had him dig through and look for some of the art books that he's got. And some are collections of art itself, and others are, you know, learn to do, how to, that kind of thing. So I'm starting with learning to draw for dummies. It's going to take a while. I was flipping through it last night, got started reading on it, and yep, I know what I'll be doing every evening forever. But it's got to help. I want to learn how to draw. I've always said I can't draw. We've all been told, you know, as kids, encouraged to draw and do an art. And, oh, that's good, honey, and blah, blah, blah. And then as we've gotten older, it's like, well, that sucks, or why is their hair purple, or just all of that stuff that's had massive negative impact. So we walk around saying, I can't draw. We believe that we can't do these things, and we can. We just don't. And because we don't get better at it, so we never get to that, like for me, I can't draw or do art to the level that I want to, and it's because I haven't put in the practice. That's why I'm learning new things and practicing new things. But in practicing, you can't do it a couple times and expect to be a grand master. You cannot do that. You may have natural affinity or talents for picking stuff up real quick. I know I can learn very quickly, but as far as mastering anything, that tends to be a whole different thing. So yeah, between my books and learning to actually draw so I can use those skills, not just drawing, but the shading, where light's coming from, and all of that, it works together. So the more you can do or learn overall will help whatever else you're doing. And yeah, I'm so new on my art journey. So new and I've been making stuff forever, but I haven't been intentionally learning, practicing, creating. Do you know what I mean? It's all just been intuitive, go with the flow in the moment, which is fun, and I love it, and it's great. But I don't have any theory or technical skills, and feel like that's what's holding me back. So, as part of this project, I'm also going to learn to draw, and hopefully as these books progress, you'll be able to see some type of improvement as well. That's my hope. Actually, I hope someday to be able to do portraits or to draw people when I do, you know, not have to use not have to use the magazine images of the models and turn those into fairies or angels and that kind of. I want to be able to draw my own. And when I do, they're all whimsical and stuff, or more towards whimsical, because yeah, the whole photorealism thing baffles me. I see it, I understand it, I can watch it all day long, but as far as doing, I'm gonna learn, I guess, but that's years down the road. Right now I'd be happy to draw cartoons. I also like cartoons. Alright, I was trying to chat long enough that this would dry, but it's not it's not quite there. It didn't work. It was fun to chat with you, however. Oh, let's fix that. Got one big glob right there. That will eventually stick my page together. So let's just take that out, and I'm going to add to my fabulous drop paper here. I love scribbly painty drop papers, but the paper I'm using ends up very, very torn and ripped, so I don't know. Maybe we'll tear it up and make serendipity papers, which I still haven't done. I've never made serendipity paper. Alright, coffee, come back, and we shall begin. Yes? Okay. Alrighty, back again. Still a little damp in places, but I think we'll be okay if we're gentle. So the first thing I've got to work out is how I want these to sit. And I think I'm going to keep the border on it. Actually, I should do that there maybe. Maybe. Lump in my paint. Lumpy paint's not good. Okay, let me do my very fancy measuring here. There we go. And hopefully it will play nice. Although this is a very thick paper. Very thick, glossy paper. And I don't keep all my scraps, so I'm trying to get better about that. But little bits like this, because it's really bright and just a cool pattern, I will in fact keep these ones. Okay, that's close enough. If I have to trim it a little, I can. So that one, I think, no. Oh, just fold it and do it. Just do it. So I'm curious to know what types of things you've always wanted to learn how to do, and are you in a place where you're ready to tackle that and put in the time and effort to learn it? Because these things do take time, a lot of time, and while we all feel that we don't have enough time already, yeah, I'm digging this. This is nice. Nice. I'll stick him over here. Something like that, maybe. Yeah. At least to start with. Alright, so let's take the top pieces off. Do that, that, that. Alright, let us begin. I'm gonna cheat and put a mark. Let's see. That's handy. Put a mark on my page. Roughly where I want this. Ish. If it's visible later, I can blend it in then. Okay, let's see. Cup for matte medium. Matte medium from the fabulous Care Bear. Ew, matte medium booger. We don't need that. No, we don't. Okay, just a little at a time, because this stuff goes a long, long way, which is awesome. Okay, been keeping my brush, my glue brush, in its own cup of water. Put down our matte medium, put some on the back of the image, and then we'll put it on the front of the image as well. Because they curl up really bad when you do that, and the thinner the paper is, the more it curls. Okay, I'm going to use a scrapey card before I put down matte medium on top, because I'm noticing, because I'm heavy-handed, I tend to scratch the image. Which is fine if you want it to look distressed, but that's not always the case, right? Yeah, that still wants to curl. I'm also pushing down with my glue brush. I think that's going to be okay right there. But yeah, what excuse me, I have a tickle today I cannot get rid of. It's still early in the morning though. That wake up routine seems to get longer and longer, doesn't it? But what have you always wanted to learn how to do, or wish you could do, or not so much been jealous of when you see other people doing it? Because I don't know, that's an accurate thing, honestly. But when you see somebody doing stuff and you're like, man, I wish I could do that, or I want to learn how to do that. What are those things for you? And more so, how can I encourage you? By encourage, I mean kick you in the pants and light a fire under your butt to get you to start. Because there's a lot of free resources out there. Thank goodness, right? It's a good time for learning. Good time for learning. There's so much information out there. Which, did you know, was the whole point of the internet? It was a learning tool for the masses, originally. Now it seems to have become a weird exercise in expressing anger for no apparent reason. But the information is still out there. If there's still stuff you want to learn, it's out there. Find it. Find resources. Ask people. You know, get references for stuff, get ideas. Okay, I don't know if I want to squish that down much or not here. There we go. Remember, when you are looking for stuff, there's a lot of information out there. A lot. And that in itself can be overwhelming. But start somewhere. Pick something. Try something. You know? Oh, what we're going to need? We're going to need a touch more glue for this bit. And there we go. Oh, might help if I put glue on the back. Getting all excited. Sorry, I was just trying to think of ways I could encourage you guys to jump in and learn whatever it is you want to learn. Awesome. Okay, and a little excess glue here. Wipe that back. Okay, that's still damp, but I think we're safe to add, what to do with it? This one. There we go. I'll wait on this page, I think, a minute. Oh, got air bubbles underneath. Now, something else you can do for air bubbles is find a sewing needle. Grab one of these ones here. It doesn't have to be this big. But grab your needle, poke a hole in, let's see if I could do it without digging up the image here. Poke a hole very gently in your image. I got a couple of holes. And squeeze the air out towards the direction of the hole. And sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. You can also take, if you have access to a needle or some such, you can put glue in it, and the really fine art needles, or I don't know. The Misters are diabetic, so I have access to those if I really need them. Tiny, tiny needles, just for poke a little extra glue under there and then smush it down. That'll work as well. But yeah, you keep a needle handy for big holes. Or if it doesn't bother you, just let it be. See, I still have wrinkles. That's going to be fine. I'm not worried about it. Okay. I don't know why I love this couch. Just sitting right here. Actually, I'm going to trim it down just a hair, I think. Just a hair. This is one of the ones Jen sent me. Yes. Thank you, Miss Jen. So I'm probably off, yeah, off screen here. There we go. Okay, so that'll go here, roughly. And I want to use this coral polyp thing as like a coffee table-y thing, even though that doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't have to, remember? I just have to remember that the page actually ends here. This is all overhang. So, well, maybe we'll do that. He's flying around in the background. He should have been over here a hair more. Oh well, he's not. So, yeah. I should find something that looks like a little treasure chest, that the aerators in the fish tanks. Maybe. Maybe not. It doesn't matter, I guess. Alright. Wait. Let's do... And yes, I'd prefer to do just little bits of glue at a time than have, you know, a bunch of it sitting out going to waste. But if I do have leftovers, I try and run back through the book and stick down something, anything, because I don't want that glue to go to waste. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to play me some music today, I think. I'm feeling like a Dire Straits day or something. Love some Dire Straits. Maybe the weather will actually do something that would be nice as well. It's warm, it's just very overcast and feels very, not quite pre-storm, but like it's building to do something. Not great for head pain, but it'll be right. It'll be alright. Alright, I want to stick that, yeah, probably here. Probably here, I think. Yeah, those thinner pages, as soon as you get glue on them, they just curl up on themselves. Oh, excuse me. Is that where I'm sticking it? I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember. I can't believe you've cut all these out, Jen. All these tiny, tiny little bits. I appreciate you so much. Look at that. Maybe I can get through videos quicker too. Actually, I do need to sit and do fussy cutting. I need to make time for it and just... Doesn't mean I have to love it, it just, I need to make time for it because it is part of the process. You know, I just found another fish too. I've got this guy. No, I think I like the yellow, which is why I went with the couch for background here, because there's yellow in it as well. I'm going to put him up high there. Yeah. Okay, I want this to dry completely before I, because it's going to take up most of that with glue. So, let's see. I know we used all that anyway. Okay. Alrighty, I'm going to let this dry, come back and we'll stick this guy on there and then figure out what needs shading or doing, and then make it look like slightly like a glass pane or something that we're looking through, okay? So yeah, this has come together reasonably quick. Of course it's not, I've cheated and used big images, it's not a bunch of fussy little ones. Yeah, this will probably, let's see, pretty sure I'll be able to break it down and do one video instead of parts of, hopefully. Here's the plan. Yeah, I totally should have put him here. I could still paint in some like weeds or vines or something. I like the green. We don't have enough green over here though, do we? Okay, I'm gonna dig through, see if I can find something that's green. Balance that out a little. And then I'll have yellow with the yellows. And we can shade stuff or do whatever. Alright, I'll be back when that's completely dry. Okay, back again. Missed had come home for lunch and we hung out, and I don't eat lunch per se, usually, but I did snack. And I have to point this out, M&M's is doing their thing with, you can vote on flavors again. Last time I voted for the coffee nut flavors because they're freaking amazing. But these are the crunchy M&M's in different flavors. And there's raspberry, crunchy mint and the crunchy espresso. And I don't know which way I'm going to vote this time, because I love all of these. All of them. But I thought I would share that real quick. Yes, vote. Vote. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't typically eat breakfast or lunch, and I'll eat dinner, and sometimes I'll snack in the evening, or I'll eat cereal at 3 in the morning because, you know, I'm up usually. Okay, let's see. And before anybody says breakfast is the most important part of the day, it's like, well, I'm nauseous most of the part of the day, starting from the morning, so it takes me a little while to get going. See, and I've got space here that I'm not sure what we should do with there. And then this seems, maybe I'll do this and we'll just, you know, fill in. I don't know what shape that's actually supposed to be, but we'll just paint it in however we want, right? Yeah, I don't think we need anything else up there really. Looks very fish tank like to me. I might find something small to sit on the couch here. Let's get this one going first though. Yes. Well, in all fairness, there are some days I can go a whole day without eating, and I don't, it doesn't matter. It's, and then there are other days I'll eat everything in sight, so I'm weird. I have issues with food half the time anyway. I love food. I am a foodie. I like my fancy foods for sure. I love my comfort foods. But yeah, there are some days food just is not appealing, is not a thing for me. Don't know why. It's just how it is. That's just the way it is, baby. Alright, let me move this slightly. There we go. Need some gluing room down the bottom here, which will be off camera, I think, mostly. Sorry about that. These books are quite large and do take up tons of space when they're open. Oh man, the back of that had, like, I don't know if they're seagulls or what, like everywhere. Did you ever see the movie Birds? Yeah, reminded me of birds. Everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna stick that. Don't overthink it, just do that. There we go. Make sure we got glue on all the little bits there. Stuff stuck to my card. Gonna have to soak my card, I think. It's starting to look pretty ragged. Okay, I'm not trying to like dig anything here. Just pushing it down gently. Very gently. Okay. No, I got an air bubble right there. There we go. Take a little extra glue and fill in these edges. And once this is dry, we'll come back and you know, add shading or color or a little more something. Okay. And I have more glue than I needed, so what I'm going to do is dig through really quick and see what else we could use here. Could use Oh, there's green. Oh, no, that'll be way too much. I have a starfish and a sea slug. I don't know if that makes much sense, does it? I don't know. I'd do that like it's, well, no, because I'd need the back side of it if it was stuck on the window proper. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick that about here. Not that one. I need something unusual, I think. Or that, you know, you wouldn't find that. Oh, hey. I've got some Venus flytrap. Yes, I like that. Let's see, I'm going to cut the shape so it's not so square-ish on this corner. There we go. Alright, so, well, let me start here. Driving through town honking their horn. I'm hoping you can't hear that because it's really obnoxious. Oh, that side too. Let's I apologize if you can hear my obnoxious neighbors. Really, I do. Pretty sure the universe has placed them next door to test my ability to be kinder and nicer and all of that, you know. Pretty sure that's the deal, but some days they make it awfully difficult, especially when their friends drive through my hedge, or you know, they keep throwing their trash in my yard, which I've started doing in the backyard, so the dogs chew on it, not happy. You know. Okay. Yeah, I think for this layer we're going to be pretty good there. The way they talk to each other is absolutely disgraceful. I like her. I don't think we need a statue in there, do we? Ooh, she's cool though. No, I'll keep her for something other. There's so many amazing images. So many pretties. Okay. Still need something on this little couch sofa thing, I think. Let's see, I know I've got some frogs. Some awesome frogs here. He looks like he's climbing over the back. That might be fun. And he's just sitting. That might also be fun. I kind of like him there. Oh my gosh, we should stick him there. I like that one. If we peel off this leg, we can make it look like he's hanging over the couch, right? I don't know we need that many frogs in one space. But I do like my frogs. I do like this yellow one here too. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to keep that. Normally I'd trim it so it looks like he's actually coming over the building, but I'm not going to today. I'm just going to tear it a little bit there. And I'm not going to worry about this part here. I'll tear it off as well. And just rip this very, very gently. Like so. Ooh. Might help if I get some glue. Some matte medium. Okay. And line that up roughly there, right? I'll give it a nice light coat there, and I'm gonna stick him there so it looks like he's looking, these two are looking at each other or something, right? Makes sense in my head. Okay, and I'll have to play with how he's sitting here. Oh, right there, look. Slide him down a bit. Okay. Right? We'll check that all these little bitty bits. God, that's amazing. This is one that Jen cut and sent to me. And yeah, she did fussy cutting on all the little teethy fin bits for the Venus flytrap. It's like, oh my gosh, that's beyond fussy cutting. That's a whole, that's like next level fussy cutting right there. Okay. You know, I didn't think about this being lined up. I should have put it more central, I think. What else does it need? It needs something. Oh, maybe once we get some shading and detail stuff down, it should be alright. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to let that dry. I have a touch of glue left in here, so what I'll do is I'll go back through and stick in a different some different images somewhere where these won't stick together, hopefully. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'll be back. Oh my goodness, back again. Had a busy afternoon, didn't mean to take so long away from the project. I have trimmed the edges here, and yeah, we're good and dry now. Good and dry. So, I should have put that up a little taller so it wasn't quite on this eye line here. Okay, so let's dig out some pencils and see what we can play with. I'm wondering if I should turn these all into pebbles down here or leave it as is. I kind of like it as it is. Oh, I don't know. I do want to darken up this. I don't want it just yellow. Let's see. Golden yellow. Let's see what we can, might throw some orange in and change some stuff here as well. I don't know why, that's just... I am quite liking playing with pencils. It's not something I usually do, which sounds really weird, doesn't it? But you know, over the years, I used to colour in with the girls when they were little and stuff, but over the years I don't sit and just colour. I know a lot of people do, and apparently it's amazing, but I haven't done it for a very, very long time, really. So getting back into, I want to say getting back to basics, but there's so much more than that. There's so much more I've seen people doing with their coloring books these days that, yeah, I never would have thought of back in the day. You know, it's just a matter of just coloring. It wasn't blending and shading and all this amazing stuff that they're doing. I'm going to do this edge here too. Let's see, I want to add, let's start here I think, yes. I'm going to actually add this in places it wasn't before. Again, I'm not sure why, it just seems like a good plan. In these thin lines and stuff. What is that there? Mango. If we want a mango, if we want to actually like do a, I might add some brown as well. Starting to see things in a whole different light or something. Not just with colors, but shapes and the way things appear. It's like I have to do a double take because I see something and then my brain registers something different, so I have to do a double take there. Okay, I'm going to add some of this here, I think, just a little bit here. Yeah. Okay. And I'm hoping, no, we should be able to zoom that in on the editor, I think. So hopefully you'll be able to see. Yeah, I like that. That's good. It's good. I want a little more here as well, I think. Just to add some dimension or something. Look at me. It's not like I know what I'm talking about. It'll do a thing. It'll be fabulous. Okay, I do want to add, like, getting some of these browns and such, and just to add, like, maybe a little shadow darkened spot here under our couch and whatnot. Here we go. I'm quite enjoying playing with the colored pencils. There's something very freeing in it, and I don't know if it's that inner child gets to come out and play or something other, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, I'm going to get up in here a little bit more, just to help these pop out a little bit, I think. I could probably move the wax paper now since all it's doing is being noisy, but I do want to add some paint to this. We'll add a little, I just want to thin it out to finish off this fin, but I want it to be more transparent than what this part was. Let's pull out a black actually, I think, here. Just add some I don't so much want to add outlines, but definitely want to give some more shape here, more texture or something. I'm just going round and round where there's spots and lines and such a little bit on the starfish. And not all of them, just some of them. There we go. Add some shading there and there. In the background here. And I have, let's see, one of these should do it. Maybe that one. I'll brighten up the lighter spots and we'll darken up the darker spots and hope for the best. Hopefully meet in the middle. Yeah. Oh yeah, like that. Like that. I have found a couple places, well, I'm playing with colored pencils on the collage. If you dig too deep, you're gonna cut right through it with really sharp pencil. So don't get in a rush, which is hard when you're excited and it's all pretty. I'm digging these fish and stuff. I always wanted to study marine biology. I just never really had the head to remember all the terms and stuff. I'm not sure about this straight edge. This one's a little more raggedy and torn, so I'm going to come in here. Maybe. Oh, I may have to come in with some paint. What I might do is come in with Posca and then go over the top of that. Yep. So, actually, if I just do like this here, that'll make sense. Pencils are getting away from me. Oh, that'll work, huh? Yes. Alrighty. I'll do something with him too, actually, with Posca while we've got it out. I want to add some just little highlighty bits on our frog here. Well, that is a fine tip. I probably need a finer one, actually. There we go. Yeah. Just little bitty highlights and such. So I'm going to do something with this here. of it, or just part of it. I'm just using the Posca to help lighten up some of these pretty light areas. Oh, that was a bit much. Because I'm going to come in with some pencil. So that'll help that show up a little bit there. Just a little bit. I'm going to give him details he didn't really have. But we're going to add them because this is our own aquarium world and we can do whatever we want. Yeah. Okay. I'm digging that. Okay. I need to do something here. Well, maybe Posca will work there too. Now, our fish here. Same thing, we're just laying down the paint with the Posca and then we're just dragging the thumb across it so it smears in an upward fashion. And then fill in any bits that aren't to our liking. Oh. Lighten up some of these bits down here. I'm going to lighten up this edge just a hair. And this bit here where it starts coming out for this fin here. And on the tail. We're not being overly specific here, just lightening it up little by little. Little by little. And a little more dimension on the tail too. It's very sudden end. Add some more to this fin here since you can't see it a lot. And then these details here, I'm just going to lighten that up and drag it down. See? Lots of color variant here where it's all like the pearlesque scale colors, where it's all shiny. I don't have anything pearlescent currently, or I would totally do that. Okay. Yeah, just gonna put paint on and then knock it back just a little. You want just enough on there to show a little bit of those details in the mouth. And a little shiny right there. And, oh, before I get any further, hang on, let me set those aside. Let me get a baby wipe, as you do. And a little white paint. I think I'm going to have to turn my book to pull this off. Well, no, maybe I can go that way. We'll see. I'll try and go that way. I'm going to add paint here, and I think I'm going to have to spend a lot of time off camera just coloring over, around. I really do. Because if I leave this as it is, it's not done. It's not. It's going to bug. Alright, I'm going to try Dee Dee's trick here for this. But I'm going to have to go over it a few times because obviously it's going to have to be thicker for this. And that's huge. It probably should have ended here. Wait, let's see if we can't knock that back. Yeah, we can. Because we have the magic. Okay, that is why we use matte medium. Okay. Man, I'm busy today. I need to charge my scanner. It's coming into crazy season again now that the weather's trying to warm up. Okay, now that I've done that, I need to do a little more intentional white back on the fin. Actually, I might have to paint that proper. It's not going to take a lot though. No. No. I really need to wash my brushes. Yes, I do. Oh, that might work. What was that? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do several layers, I think. But the main part is we're going to go over it with pencil anyway. Yeah, okay, I'm going to let that one dry. So what I might do is add a little more in the tail and in this fin here, just because. So I'm trying not to get my head in the way. I usually work directly over what I'm doing, so yeah, doing stuff off camera versus doing it on camera is very, very different. Okay, do I need white anywhere else? I don't think so. She says right before adding it everywhere. Okay, I'm just not really a lot of paint on here, so what I'm doing is trying to do more of a dry brush type thing and adding some light to the Venus flytrap whisker bits here. Whisker bits! Not to be confused with a whisker biscuit, for those of you that do archery in any form. And honestly, it's just fun to say whisker biscuit, is it not? I know at least 2 of you just laughed very loudly. Because whisker biscuit. Ah, I just knocked it all back. Okay, stop it. Add paint before you try and do that, silly. go. No, did it again. Alright, let's just work that one into there. And I've got the ends that are somewhat translucent, so we should be good there. Of course, I just put out way more paint than I need. Again, it's okay. I'll find something to put that on, or put it in my book. Okay. Okay, I've got dark edges around my frog here, and normally I would grab a Stabilo all pencil for that, and you know, do this number here and then smudge it, but since the plan is to eventually varnish all this, I don't believe that's the right tool for the job. So yeah, I'm just going to add some shading and such here. Oh. Oh, actually, while we're thinking about it, let's add a little gleam to the top of his eye. He's picking up a little light there, there, there. Going to add a couple here because I like it. There we go. With that one now. There we go. Maybe. Here we go. Alright, while we're at it, I'm going to add just a couple in here. Real fine, trying barely to even touch the page here. I just got a couple little highlighty smudgy bits, and our darker lines will pop up a little more. So goes the theory. Yeah, and I'll have to come back in and just color around and around and around on this fish. All right. I don't know how much of this part you want to see, but honestly, I could leave it here and be fine with it. And I don't know, I was going to do like, you know when you do a cartoon drawing type thing of a fish tank and or glass in general, and you put a couple lines where it's showing reflection or light bouncing off of it, you know? I was going to do that, but I don't know that I want to now. I guess I could with a couple this way. I don't know. I don't know. Should do. Well, no, that one's got plenty. Plenty here too. Lighten that up. And this bit here is calling to me. Alright. I really want to add a couple here too, I think. Just okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to check back in with you guys and show you when this is all done, because this is now is in that stage where you really can fiddle with it for hours and hours and hours and hours. And this is all it is. It's going around with just a little bit here, a little bit there, smudge, layer after layer after layer. Some are definite lines, and some I just want to highlight by smudging the paint there. At any rate, I'm going to leave this video here, and I will play with editing this evening or tomorrow. But that for the most part is it. I'm going to do more, work this color, the orange and the yellow this way just a little bit, not a lot. And then yeah, more shading and stuff in the bottom. And then lots of just going around and adding layers and layers and shading. So you'll see it probably flipping through for a different page. But that for the most part, I'm calling it done as far as the video is concerned. Alright, but that's my fish tank. Set my pencils here because I'll probably work on this tonight. Ooh. Okay, let's see where we at here. Now, remember we started with a mall, the abandoned shopping mall in the background, which became our just random background for our fish tank. See? Now it's got frogs on it, and yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out and playing and listening to me muddle through my process. It's becoming more natural, and I'm getting a little braver with more collage pieces. The next challenge is going to be not just the collage, lots of collage, but all the blending, not just sticking on and doing little bits, but just blending over parts of it and that kind of thing. This piece I don't think needed that. Yeah, I don't think it needs that. Unless I did like a color wash where it's funky colored water, but I don't think we need to do that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for being here. Take epic good care of yourselves. You are very important. I love you very much, and enjoy your art journey. It's a process. You're never going to get to an end. There's no destination. It is the journey. Okay? Yeah. Take care. Love you. Bye-bye.